What's up everybody, this is Tecnicos and today we're gonna talk about Asus Vivobook S15 S530 FN. Let's get straight into it. So right off the bat, I'm going to say that this laptop is quite made up of quality material like metal and feels a lot premium in the hand because of all these textures which are on the top of the laptop and on the middle of the laptop, like where the keyboard is, and it feels really premium because of this design and the metal. So yeah, and it does not add to its weight. That is pretty unique, I would say, but yes, it feels pretty light and feels pretty awesome in the hand. So starting off with its design, we get to see a 15.6-inch laptop in a metal frame, but the weight is quite less. Yeah, so the weight is about 1.8 kgs, and that is what most of the laptops weigh these days. So yeah, even with the metal frame and this kind of design, it still provides that, you know, lifty feel, which is like light and featherweight kind of. And we don't get to see a optical drive because of how sleek it is, which is quite common also, because none of these new laptops have optical drives. It is available in multiple colors, and the best part about it is that you have all these basic colors like dark metalish gray and a little bit of rose gold kind of, and you know, all that whitish and blackish colors. But the best part about it is that you get to see accents, color accents, which make the laptop pop a little bit. It has kind of a yellow trim, or some has a red trim, or some are in this deep coral blue color, which I absolutely love but could not get my hands on because it was out of stock. So it has a touchpad and a keyboard, which is pretty common. Like, you cannot have a laptop without a keyboard. But yes, and the keyboard is backlit keyboard, LED backlit keyboard. Helps a lot in dark situations, and yeah, that's about it. Also, the laptop comes with a fingerprint sensor on the touchpad, and that is a great thing considering the security. There are not many things to secure your laptop except for a PIN or password, which can be guessed, or you know, people have their ways to break open in a laptop, but fingerprint sensor is, I think it's a pretty decent thing to protect your laptop. Now talking about the display of this laptop. Now the laptop comes with a full HD 1080p resolution display with a 60Hz refresh rate, and the screen to body ratio of the laptop is 86%. That means that the bezels are really thin and you almost get all of the screen on the front panel. So that is a pretty great thing, and the brightness can go up to 257 nits, which is just a little bit more than any other usual laptop in this category, the mid-range category. Most laptops provide you from 220 nits to 240 nits, and this provides 250 plus nits, which is like just a little bit better. Also, it has vents for air just below the display, like right here. So it heats up the display a little bit and also the keyboard a little bit, but that's a good thing, right? I mean, we see this design in all the laptops. This is a good thing. Whenever you are typing, it makes your hands warm, keeps them away from cold. Really nice thing. Good job, companies. What a great design you're giving out. Now the display is an anti-glare display, which the Asus calls it as matte display, and it comes with the Asus eye care technology, which basically means that blue light emission will be less. That means that the screen will not be as white as you imagine. It will be a little bit of a yellowish display, but it's not that big of a deal. It's great for your eyes, and you don't feel that stress on your eyes or on your head whenever you're working on the laptop. I would say the display is not that great because when you look at the display, it is not really that sharp. It's bright, but it's not sharp, and you get to see a little bit of blur in the text, or sometimes in third-party apps like Chrome, or you open Adobe through Chrome, you see a lot of blurry text and lines on the display, which is not really great. I would say it's just a below average display, to be fair, and whatever specs you put on this, if the display is not that great, how are you going to enjoy it? I don't understand it. Talking about the performance of this laptop. Now the laptop comes in i5 variant and i7 variants. The one I had was the 8th generation i7 unit, and it has 2 GB of NVIDIA MX130 graphic card, which is basically the GPU with the Intel UHD graphics. It has 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM, which works at 2400 megahertz, which is decent, I would say, because most are working on either 2666, you can 2666, or either 3200. No, 3200 are pretty rare, but you still can find with 2666 and 3200 megahertz. But this one works at 2400, which is kind of decent. It's no big of a deal. Now it has 256 GB of SSD and 1 TB of HDD. Again, a good storage plan, I would say, because the 256 will provide you all the speed that you need to boot up or for the applications that you're going to run, and 1 TB provides you good, enough storage to store anything that you want. And if we talk about the performance is pretty good. You can play some games on it, light games with medium configuration. I even tried to play GTA 5 on low configurations. It ran, but after a while the laptop started a bit heating up, so I stopped. And then I played FIFA 18, which was pretty good all over. It heated up after like 2-3 hours, but yeah, it was good. You can game on it and you can do a little bit of like small light some video editing and all those softwares, but not too much, because the graphic card is still MX. It's not NVIDIA GeForce GX 1050 or 1060 or 1650. This is still a small GPU, so not many games, some games, little bit light. Now the good thing about this is that the laptop comes with MS Office installed in it, pre-installed in it, and Windows 10 home version full installed, so you don't have to go to other places or download the free version of anything or the pirated version. You already get that. So it's a good deal, I would say. Talking about the ports in this laptop, now it has one Type-C port, 2 USB 2.0 ports, one USB 3.0, one HDMI, one audio and mic combo jack, and one SD card reader, and it does not have a Ethernet port. Now talking about the battery in this laptop, it comes with a 42 watt-hour battery, which is a 3-cell lithium-ion prismatic battery. I do not know what prismatic means here, but I just know that it's lithium-ion battery. It comes with a 65 watt fast charger, which charges it up to 60% in 49 minutes. So kind of like 1.5 hour or less for a whole 100%. That's not bad. That's pretty decent, I would say. Okay, so coming on to the performance of the battery. Now the battery is one department where Asus Vivobook laptops really suck, because this laptop gave me about 3 to 3.5 hours, 0 to 100, or I should say 100 to 0, 3 to 3.5 hours with 50% brightness and half the performance, and it gave me 2 to 2.5 hours with 100% of brightness and max performance. So I would say the battery performance is not that great on the Asus Vivobook. Okay, so I'm going to be honest and gonna say this, that this laptop straight up is not worth the price. The price of this laptop is about 63,000 for the i7 version, and you might say that oh, i7 laptop in 63,000, how is it bad? Are you crazy? Do you not know anything? Are you not from the tech field? Well, some of this can be true, but I know a lot about tech field, and to be honest, the i7 is 8th generation i7, which is quite equivalent to the 10th generation i5 processor. Even the display is not that great. When you get a blurry display or a below average display, whatever you play on it, whatever you see on it, it's not going to feel great, because the display is kind of what makes or breaks the laptop. Because even if with i7, whichever game you're going to play, it's going to look really bad. So how will you enjoy the Core i7? It should look good. I say that the GPU is a little bit in fault, because you know GPU should be a good one for good display, for good graphic quality, but this laptop has the same GPU and the display is amazing. It's better than a lot of laptops, even with a higher GPU, I would say. And the battery straight up sucks. It was giving me like 2 hours of time, and there is a reason that I'm not showing you the laptop, and that is because it was so buggy and there were so many issues in it that I had to replace it, which I've never done with a laptop, and it was really hectic. But somehow I got it done. I got the laptop, and within 3 days it was not charging above 50%. I would, you know, it's probably a fault in laptop or the battery. You can say that, you know, oh, your laptop was faulty. But I asked a lot of my friends who were using the S14 or, you know, other Vivobooks, and they say that, oh, this is not a portable laptop. You always have to keep it docked with the charger. It does not work properly without a charger. So in conclusion, I would say that you should not go for this laptop. I don't really say these things, but I don't think this laptop is worth the price, or I think you should check out some other laptop in this category. Don't look for the high specs, just go for the quality specs. You know, don't look at i7. Just think, it's i7 from 2018, you know, it's 2020 now. It's been 2 years. There are many things that have been developed. So yeah, this was it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.